For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. Bulgaria, an energy center of the Earth. Bulgaria is considered one of the energy centers of the Earth. Why is that? For centuries, this land has attracted spiritual people and leaders, just as Shambhala in Tibet draws those seeking spiritual enlightenment. Bulgaria attracts people striving for higher consciousness. This, of course, is no coincidence. It's because our land emits vibrations different from those found elsewhere in the world. Some of the greatest teachings on earth have originated from here. Even in the time of the Thracians, people were born on this land who could master the worlds, control and use the power of the visible and invisible, and work effortlessly with the elements, not just work with them, but bend them to their will. Our land is dotted with countless cultic sites, places where rituals were conducted, proving that spiritually attuned people have always lived here. Communication with the unseen world and a connection with forces intertwined with life on Earth were part of ancient knowledge. Of course, even then, this knowledge was not for everyone. Secret occult schools passed this knowledge to the chosen ones, known as priests. Rituals based on star readings were pivotal events in their lives. No military campaigns, important tribal marriages, or meetings with foreign leaders were undertaken without consulting oracles and priests. Many excavations in recent years show that occult knowledge held a central place. Special areas were dedicated to it. Dance, as a way to alter consciousness, was primary. The rhythms aligned with the pulses of the universe energized and empowered. And these are the rhythms of Bulgarian folk dances. It's no coincidence that since 2012, interest in Bulgarian folk dances has grown enormously, as they energize not only dancers but also those watching. Gathered in large circles, hora, hand in hand, these dances generate energy fields that harmonize space and charge it with positive ions. The music of Oğuz Kukuzil also originates in our lands. This great singer and composer created chants downloaded from the universal musical space. Legends of Orpheus tell us that even birds would go silent and forests would hush when he played his nature-made instruments. Later, the music of Master Peter Duna further enriched this incredible musical heritage. Only in a place charged with strong energy could such talented singers and musicians, who bring global acclaim to Bulgaria, be born. Wherever Bulgarian folk ensembles go, they amaze with their rhythm and precision. It's no coincidence that a Bulgarian folk song was sent into space with the voice of Valia Balkanska. In recent years, we've witnessed countless folk dance competitions, festivals, and gatherings across the country. Folk dances unite people. Strangers and friends alike join hands in a horo and move to the same rhythm. connected by the power of Bulgarian folk music. Few nations in the world have such a rich and diverse dance heritage that can be performed simultaneously by so many people. This is something that unites us. Without considering who we are individually, we hold hands and take part in this collective ritual. Dancing hand in hand, with minds detached from daily concerns, we subconsciously show that we are one people from one land that gave rise to great spiritual teachings. We charge this land with rhythms that match the pulse of the universe, of the sun. Day by day, year after year, century after century. The mystery of the Madara Rider, the land between the right bank of the Danube and the mountain range once known as Haemus. Today's Balkan mountains is a gently undulating plain. Elevations like the Madara Plateau are rare, and thus approaching such a place evokes a sense of something extraordinary, like the Madara Rider. Discovered in 1872 by Felix Kanitz, the Madara Rider relief has been the subject of scholarly debate ever since. Time and the elements have worn the image down, making it difficult to interpret. The lack of similar monuments only complicates comparisons. Some scholars think the rider is a Thracian deity, perhaps Heros, Derzellas, or even Artemis, Bendis. Others believe it may depict the Persian king Darius. Still others are convinced it shows one of Bulgaria's early Khans, Asparu, Tervel, Krum, or Omurtag. There are also theories that the rider represents a mythological figure from steppe cultures, such as the Proto-Bulgars, possibly even depicting their sky god, Tangra. Some suggest the lion being speared by the rider symbolizes a victory over Byzantium. What's clear, however, is that the relief was created after the 7th century, and judging by nearby inscriptions, is the work of a ruler from Danubian Bulgaria. But many questions remain. For instance, why is Khan Tervel referred to without a title in the first inscription, while Kormasosh and Omurtag are called Orkhontis, the Byzantine term for ruler? Why is this relief the only one of its kind for nearly 2 centuries? If it was a pagan symbol, why wasn't it destroyed after Christianization, when other pagan temples were torn down? Some of the boldest theories claim that the Madara Rider is an astrological map marking the founding of Bulgaria in Europe. Supporters point to how ancient monuments like Stonehenge and the pyramids align with constellations, suggesting the key to Earth's mysteries lies in the heavens. According to this view, Bulgaria's statehood began near the Caucasus under Khan of Aitohal around 165 AD. A similar relief of a rider exists in the Caucasus. When the Bulgars arrived in today's Bulgaria, they carved this new relief at Madara to commemorate their origins. Their celestial blessing, a conjunction of Jupiter and Mars in the sign of Leo under the star Regulus, and their enduring destiny. For esoteric thinkers, Mariana Vesneva's theory is appealing. She believes Khan Asparu created the relief to depict Tangra and to bless future Bulgarian victories. Vesneva claims the relief was once surrounded by golden leaves, later removed after Christianization when the rider was partly destroyed. Whatever the truth, the Madara Rider remains a unique monument of cultural heritage and deserves to be seen. The Thracian sanctuary in Tatul, located about 15 kilometers from Momchilgrad and just 200 meters from the village of Tatul. This majestic megalithic monument features a pyramid-shaped rock peak, 2 sarcophagi, a well, and a central altar. The site is magnetic. Its energy felt strongly when experienced in person. One legend says it was the home of King Rhesus, ruler of the Adoni tribe, who was symbolically buried there. The sanctuary is also believed to be the eternal resting place of Orpheus. This theory is strengthened by the discovery of a statuette of a nude god resting his left arm on a lyre and holding a plectrum, used to play string instruments, in his right hand. The Tomb of Bastet, deep in the Strandzha Mountains, near the well-known Thracian tomb in Mishkova Niva, lies one of Bulgaria's most enigmatic places, the so-called Tomb of Bastet. It all began with an old map covered in mysterious symbols and hieroglyphs, which eventually made its way to the famous Bulgarian prophetess Baba Vanga. She identified the tomb's location with uncanny precision. According to her, Bastet was buried there with a scepter made of an unknown material. After the burial, those who performed it were allegedly killed to keep the location a secret. It's also said that a prophecy lies buried there, one that foretells humanity's path for the next 2,000 years. Magura Cave. The cave is located near the village of Rabisha, close to Belogradchik. The road to it is well paved, making the cave relatively accessible for visitors. It is one of the largest caves in Bulgaria, with an impressive length of 500 meters. Inside, you can learn the names and histories of several halls and galleries, as well as enjoy the beautiful rock formations. The cave is most famous for its masterpieces of prehistoric art, the drawings. They were made at different times, with the oldest dating back 7,000 years. The common interpretation is that the drawings mainly depict hunting and ritual scenes. In fact, they conceal far more significant events that occurred in ancient times. It is remarkable that the people of that era knew the earth revolved around the sun, as there is a depiction of a solar calendar. The Well-Temple near the village of Garlo. This archaeological site is located in the Pernik region and represents a vaulted chamber dug to a depth of about 15 meters. The route to the temple is a real challenge, but that only makes the adventure more thrilling. On the way, you pass through a 500-year-old cemetery, which is an interesting attraction in itself. It is said that the well is dedicated to the Sumerian god Enki, known from ancient texts as the god of magic and wisdom. Other claims suggest the well served as a sanctuary or water reservoir. Nevertheless, the true purpose of the temple remains a mystery to this day. The Devil's Bridge. This mystical bridge is located in Ardino Municipality, Karjali Province, right on the Arda River. It stands at an altitude of 420 meters and stretches 56 meters in length. It was built by order of Sultan Selim I on the site of an old Roman bridge. According to legend, the devil appeared to the builder, Dimitar, and instructed him to embed the shadow of his bride, as well as an image of the devil himself, visible only in reflection. All of this had to be completed in 40 days. The master builder did as told and completed the bridge, but he died shortly afterward. To this day, if you look at the water's reflection, you may notice an image resembling the devil. Another mysterious element is the symbol carved on the central arch, the Seal of Solomon. Razboshit Monastery. Presentation of the Virgin Mary. This monastery is located near the village of Razbosht in the gorge of the Nishava River. What makes it unique is that it is built into the rocks. History reveals that it was inhabited by monks as early as the 7th century. According to legend, the monks were slaughtered by bandits in the area, but one of them survived by escaping into the caves. He received a vision in which the Virgin Mary requested that a church be built on that very spot. This explains the small structure still visible today. Even more mysterious is the fact that during another raid on all the monasteries in the area, the rock church remained completely untouched. The stone wedding, this rock formation is located near the town of Karjali by the village of Zimzalin. The road to it is relatively easy, with plenty of signs and directions for visitors. The petrified wedding features numerous mysterious stone figures, two of which stand out due to their height, about 10 meters. The legend behind them is equally intriguing. They were formed during the wedding of a man and woman from Zimzalin. When a strong wind blew, the bride's veil lifted, and her face shone with dazzling beauty. That was the moment the groom's father was blinded by her otherworldly charm, and wicked thoughts overtook his mind. At that moment, Mother Nature intervened and turned everyone to stone in an instant except the groom. From grief and helplessness, he wept and shortly suffered the same fate. To this day, next to the figure believed to represent the groom, there is a puddle that visitors associate with the legend and his fallen tears. Aladja Monastery. This popular tourist attraction is located 14 kilometers north of Varna, very close to the Golden Sands Resort. It is believed that the name Aladza, meaning colorful, in Turkish dates back to the Ottoman period in the 14th century. The medieval monastery consists of 2 sections, each representing about 40 meters of limestone rock. The rock monastery is part of a group of caves formed millions of years ago at the bottom of the Sarmatian Sea. There are various legends surrounding the monastery. One claims it is part of a long labyrinth of underground tunnels. Another says that Ottoman treasure is hidden inside. There are even suggestions that Aladja Monastery was built on the ruins of an ancient city.